Earth had never been silent, but the galaxy had never truly listened until the day humanity spoke with one voice. For centuries we watched the stars and learned their languages, mapped their trade routes, and decoded their wars. They saw us as young, divided, and harmless. A blue world arguing with itself, while greater powers carved the heavens. What they never understood was that our chaos was restraint, not weakness. The warning was broadcast from every satellite and deep space relay we possessed, carried on quantum pulses and old-fashioned radio waves alike. It was simple and terrifying in its calm tone. Earth is holding back. Do not test what we choose not to become. The galactic councils laughed. Merchants scoffed, and warlords dismissed it as posturing from a fragile species still bound to one star. They had seen our history, our internal wars, our fragile bodies, and assumed that was all we were. But behind Earth's noise lay preparation. Hidden fleets slept in the dark between planets. Human ships grown rather than built, armored, with materials forged in solar furnaces. Artificial minds ran endless simulations, not of conquest, but of defense, pushed to the breaking point. Our scientists had learned how to fold space like cloth, how to turn gravity into a weapon, and how to let machines feel loyalty. When the warning ended, there was silence across known space. Then came the first probe, crossing into our restricted zone, a small act of defiance meant to test resolve. Earth did not destroy it. We let it pass. That mercy was mistaken for fear. Within days, a coalition fleet assembled near the outer rim of our system, their banners bright, their weapons primed. They announced sanctions, inspections, and eventual occupation for our own safety. Earth listened, recorded everything, and then shut every channel down. The galaxy had ignored the warning, and restraint began to crack. The first shots were not fired in anger, but in arrogance. A coalition cruiser disabled a human mining station near the Kuiper Belt, claiming jurisdiction under ancient interstellar law. No lives were lost. And again, Earth responded with silence. That silence was humanity choosing one last moment to step back from the edge. Behind the scenes, command councils met beneath mountains and oceans. Generals, diplomats, and artificial strategists reached the same conclusion. The line had been crossed. Holding back had kept us alive, but it had also invited this. If we did not respond now, we would never be left alone again. The counterstrike was precise, almost gentle by galactic standards. A single human vessel emerged inside the coalition formation without warning, space folding around it like water around a blade. It disabled every ship's weapons in under 30 seconds, using gravity spikes that crushed circuits without harming crews. Then it transmitted a message: leave our system. This is your final mercy. Panic spread through coalition ranks. Some ships retreated immediately, others hesitated, waiting for orders that never came. Pride won over survival for the rest. They fired blindly, their shots tearing through empty space where the human ship had already vanished. Earth watched the data streams in real time. Our analysts saw what the galaxy still refused to accept. They were afraid now. Fear made them dangerous. Fear would push them to escalate. The order was given, not with rage, but with sorrow. Release the second tier. Human fleets awakened across the system, rising from lunar caverns, asteroid shadows, and deep space docks. They did not rush forward. They formed a wall, silent and absolute. The galaxy responded with declarations of war. Earth answered with one sentence broadcast on every frequency. We warned you. There was no punctuation at the end of that message. Only a pause that felt like the universe holding its breath. When the war truly began, it shattered every assumption the galaxy held about conflict. Human ships did not fight for territory or resources. They fought to remove threats permanently. Every engagement was swift, overwhelming, and final. Enemies who surrendered were spared. Those who did not simply ceased to exist. The key difference was not technology alone, but intent. Human commanders did not seek glory. They sought closure. Our weapons were designed to end wars, not prolong them. Stars were dimmed by energy nets. Fleets were frozen in time dilation fields. And command worlds were rendered silent in minutes. Galactic media called it brutality. They spoke of merciless efficiency and cold calculation. What they did not show was Earth's internal broadcasts. The mourning for every life lost on both sides. Humanity was not enjoying this. We were enduring it. As weeks passed, resistance collapsed sector by sector. Some species defected, offering intelligence and alliances in exchange for protection. Earth accepted under strict terms. No oppression, no conquest, only mutual defense. The idea of a war that ended cleanly was foreign to the galaxy. Yet humanity insisted on it. The coalition leadership made one final gamble. They authorized the use of stellar destabilizers near Sol, weapons that could poison a star. That act erased any remaining restraint. Earth's response was immediate and absolute. A human task force jumped directly into the heart of the coalition capital, bypassing every defense in 1 hour. Their military command structure was dismantled, their war archives seized, and their leaders captured. No planet was destroyed, but their ability to wage war was ended forever. The galaxy watched, stunned, as Earth proved it could have done. This at any time. Silence returned to the stars, heavier than before. Former enemies broadcast apologies, ceasefire requests, and pleas for negotiation. Earth listened again, but this time from a position no one could challenge. We did not demand tribute or territory, only distance and respect. The truth spread slowly through galactic culture. Humanity had not been weak, it had been patient. We had not lacked weapons. We had lacked a reason to use them. Now that reason had been forced upon us. Worlds that once dismissed Earth began reshaping their policies. Militaries downsized, doctrines rewritten. First contact protocols rewritten with caution and humility. The phrase "holding back" entered common use, spoken with unease. It became a reminder that restraint was a choice, not a limit. On Earth, celebrations were muted. There were no parades, no monuments to conquest. Instead, there were memorials, discussions, and long debates about what came next. Humanity understood that fear could buy safety, but only wisdom could buy peace. The galaxy waited for Earth to become an empire. It never happened. Instead, humanity withdrew most of its fleets, leaving only watchful sentinels at key points. The message was clear. We are not watching to rule you. We are watching to ensure we never have to do this again. Stories spread among alien children of the quiet blue world that ended a galactic war in months. Some told them as warnings, others as legends. All of them carried the same lesson. Never assume silence means helplessness. Years passed, and the scars of war slowly faded. Trade resumed, cultures mixed, and cautious diplomacy replaced old rivalries. At the center of it all stood Earth, no longer ignored, no longer underestimated. We had become a fixed point in galactic thinking. The original warning was archived in countless databases, studied in academies and war colleges. Its wording was analyzed endlessly. What mattered most was not what it said, but that it had been true. Earth had warned the galaxy, and the galaxy had learned too late. Humanity continued to advance, but always with the memory of restraint lost. Our children were taught not just how to fight, but why fighting was a failure of imagination. We remained ready, but no longer eager. The fleets slept again, though this time everyone knew what waking them meant. Occasionally, a distant power would test boundaries. A probe here, a threat there. Each time, a single human signal would appear on their sensors, calm and unmistakable. There was never a need to repeat the war. In the end, Earth did not become the galaxy's conqueror. We became its unspoken line, the proof that mercy has limits, and warnings should be believed. The stars grew quieter, not because humanity dominated them, but because everyone finally understood what we had been holding back.